So today we're talking about what is introduction to cybersecurity specifically. So first of all, how many of you guys have heard of cyberspace? This is an older term that came about in some sci-fi books and things like that. It got very popular in the 90s. So versus physical space deals with, of course, places on the globe, walking into a bank physically, things like that. Where cyberspace is the concept of when you're on a computer, you are not tied to a physical location. You can be anywhere, talking with friends in other countries. You can do, instead of walking up to a bank, you can be doing mobile banking on your app, and then flip over and look at live video feeds from Paris or something like that. So watch things live on YouTube. So with cybersecurity is kind of the same thing. You have physical security, which is, imagine a bank vault full of gold or whatever. If someone's going to rob it, they have to show up at the bank, break into the vault, and steal the gold. Versus with cybersecurity, it's non-physical, logical. It deals with logical network and access, security access. So those are things that are non-physical in nature. So you could be doing your banking from home and have a hacker from Russia intercept your session, go into your bank and steal your money that way. So that's the big difference, is that with cyber, there are no borders. There's no country borders or anything. Everything is kind of in the ether. So let's just quickly look at the story of kind of this um, scenario we've laid out here, where a hacker wants to get your name and birth date, bank account, credit card numbers, social security numbers, so they can access your bank, your credit cards, your debit cards, your IRS tax return, things like that. These are very real and they happen all the time. So to be able to get to that stuff, what they need is they need your name, your birth date, are the first couple things they look for. Physical mailing address, your mother's maiden name to get in your bank account, web logins and passwords, especially if people use the same web login and password for all of their web accounts. Really, really bad. If they hack one, they get them all. But we're going to actually give a live demo next. It's going to show how we redirect, how they would redirect a URL, send you someplace you're not supposed to go, so they can get your passwords and stuff. And they'll do this via phishing emails. So this is what the cyber range looks like. It's a virtual environment. There's virtual machines in the cloud that we have created for teaching attack and defense for hackers, because you can't really defend against hackers in cybersecurity if you don't understand how they work. So you have to use the tools and be familiar with the tools hackers use to attack us, so we can defend against them. So in this case, there's a virtual machine running Kali Linux. This is the hacker platform of choice, and pen testing and cybersecurity expert distribution operating system of choice, and then a target Windows system over here, which is the most common target attacked. So here's the hacker system. It's all set up and ready to start accepting someone's passwords that we're going to steal. And here's the target system, which is a Windows, looks like a Windows 7 system. So I've simulated an email. We sent this target, this poor guy, and so he's going to open up his email program, whatever he's using, and looks like he got an email from Google here. It's from accounts.google.com. You mouse over it, and you'll see down in the lower left-hand corner, mail to account@googles.com. That shows us where it comes from. Okay, so this is a good way of determining where something really is coming from. And then we see the Google logo over here. Oh, look, I mouse over that, and that's google.com. That's legit. It looks legit. Okay, so it's a account update notice. Now, hackers will often get things from you by using fear tactics. Fear is one of the best motivators. You'll notice that a lot during the election years. A lot of fear is used to motivate people to do something. Hackers do the same thing. Here they've got my name, my email address, my Gmail address. So I'm like, oh, okay, this must be Google. And to start reading through this, due to the increased traffic on our internet's database, we are obliged to remove all unused accounts from our systems. Your account appears to not be in very high use, and so we are providing you with 72-hour notice of our intent to disable your account. Oh no. After 48 hours, after that, delete your account and all your Google datas. That sounds weird. Okay, failure to contact us in this time frame is an indication of you no longer wanting your Google account with us. Your account will be disabled. Please log into your Google's accounts here to let us know you're still using your account. Okay, that's just sounds weird. If I go to click on this, you'll know this is not going to google.com. This is going down, see down in the lower left-hand corner, there's an IP address, 10.1.174. So that's a dead giveaway, something's wrong. What else would stand out to you that this email may not be legitimate? Yep, so you'll see that. Please log into your Google's account here. That sounds just weird. To is misspelled to let us. These are all indicators that you need to watch out. My Google login here and hit sign in, and it just flips me over to google.com. I'm not sure what happened there, but over on the hacker side, you'll see, look, it harvested both my username and my password. So this is exactly what hackers do to by the thousands and thousands of millions of emails per day. And if they send out 1 million emails and they just get 1% of that, then they have a ton of usernames and passwords, and they do this every day. This is how important this simple clicking on the wrong thing can be, and that's exactly how it works. So what can we do? Well, first of all, there's some cyber hygiene best practices. So always check before you click on emails. Just mouse over it, just like I showed you, to look for where it's going. If it's google.com, it's okay. If it's something else, it's not. Don't click on it. Multi-factor authentication, that's using your phone or Google Auth or some kind of hardware token. Switch from passwords to strong passphrases. A passphrase is, 3 or 4 words strung into a sentence or a phrase that only you will remember, and then you can throw some random characters and numbers in there too. And that's, instead of being an 8 or 9 or 10 character password that's easy to hack or even guess, passphrases are nearly impossible, and they'll be like, it'll be a little bit longer. It's like typing a sentence when you log in, but much more secure. You do just a few of these common cyber hygiene practices, and that'll pretty much stop the hackers from considering you an easy target. It won't be so easy to get your information. Now, talking about cybersecurity jobs, so this is how a lot of people get started. Is they start off as a system administrator or an engineer for a company. Say this company on the with the circle around it over here is Kroger, for example. Even Kroger and Walmart have huge IT departments with email servers, web servers, system administrators. These guys in the back end, they're engineers, and some consider themselves white hats. In other words, they're engineers with a bent for security. They like to focus on security stuff, and they like to keep their systems safe. The gray hat is focused on keeping the entire corporation safe. Entry-level jobs right out of high school, associate's degree and bachelor's degree. I say I'm a little short on time, so I'm going to rush through this. Right out of high school, if you get an IT Security Plus certification, you can expect to make between $30,000 to $40,000 a year. Get an associate's degree from NRCC, and that boosts up to $50,000 to $70,000 a year. And you get a bachelor's degree in something cybersecurity related, and you can be expecting to make starting between $75,000 to $100,000 a year.
Wait, doesn't the government, can't they protect the people from hackers?
The government cannot protect, that's a good question. The government cannot protect everyone now. Think how much bigger the internet is with all the, we have a country with physical borders. That's big, but it's defensible. We have Coast Guard and various other branches. There are no borders on the internet.
What made you decide to go into a career in cybersecurity?
I didn't initially. I started off as an electrical engineer, and I just loved doing it. And I got an opportunity to come to Virginia Tech and put on a more official cybersecurity hat. I'd recommend students, though, follow their passions. Don't just look for the job that makes the most money. Look for the job that you absolutely love.
What is the possibility of someone being hacked or targeted?
Oh, good question. So people are hacked and targeted every day and don't even know it. Just walking into Starbucks with your phone, or McDonald's, or an airport with a laptop, as soon as that device is powered on, which for your phones is all the time, hackers are scanning the public Wi-Fi. So if you're on public Wi-Fi and you're not using VPN, you're being, well, even if you are using VPN, you're still being scanned. So you are targeted every day, whether you know it or not.
So I want to thank everyone for coming out today to today's Virginia Tech Science Festival meetup.